A lot of the people that I went to film school with came from a kind of fine art background or a creative background, and people could draw, people could do all kinds of creative things, and I never really thought of myself as a proper creative. That was something that really kind of weighed on me, and I really wanted a craft that I could attach my focus to. Both my parents were psychoanalysts, so that was kind of a bit of a family religion, and we sort of were always encouraged to view the world through that lens of like trying to understand what makes people tick, what influences human behaviour. At the time, nobody in my family or in my immediate circle was in the film industry or really even in any creative industry of any type. I bought my first camera, I started shooting all the time, as often as I could, really learning about lenses, composition, movement, lighting. I started reading everything I could find about cinematography. I was 19 and I wrote and directed the short film, and I got some people to help me sort of shoot it and do a little bit of producing. I actually acted in it as well at the time. That's how kind of homemade the whole thing was. By the end of it, quite exhilarating to see that I'd made something that just sort of made sense. Went through a little bit of a bad patch where the work completely dried up. I was working as a freelancer at the time. I started picking up some kind of corporate work, and at the time I was really operating as a one-man band, directing these things and then editing them and shooting them, and then also kind of trying to manage clients along the way. Initially I felt that I was kind of wasting my talent, but what I found around that time is the skill and the ability that made any subject matter feel as interesting as it could. I kind of stumbled upon the idea of being more in business and kind of being more of a producer. And as anyone who started a small business will tell you, the first few years are absolutely brutal and you're sort of wearing many hats. Suddenly kind of a lot of overlapping projects came in at the same time, and they were pretty big projects. I remember we were in a really small office, which was the size of a bedroom essentially, and I just packed it with like 7 people, and we had 3 editors and just everyone being all over each other. I remember sleeping like 2 hours per night and getting up at 5 a.m. 4 months of hell pretty much, but I remember kind of getting to the end of that moment, having delivered the last video for the last of the projects, feeling again a little bit like when I'd done my first short film, like finally feeling like I was somebody who ran an actual production company. Good things will happen, bad things will happen, but the one thing that will really sabotage you more than anything is if your mentality starts going down the drain. Really stay focused on doing what you want to do and what you know that you love doing. Your only job is to just get up every morning, put one foot after the other, and just do what you're doing and keep that focus.